It wasn't always like it is now here in the land of Paganistan. I figure that when the United States falls apart and, Paganistan sort of arises, we'll take part of Wisconsin, probably as far as Madison, I think, and, down south into Iowa, and, so this is all Paganistan, I think. But it wasn't always here the way it is now, of course. In the old days, this was a tropical climate. After the last few days of experience that we've had here, you won't find this difficult to believe. But there was a time when it was never winter here. Nobody had ever heard of snow before. The coldest recorded temperature in Minneapolis ever was 72. And boy, did people bitch. That, let me tell you, when it got that cold, no end of it. So, our big export crop then was dates. And life was pretty good. However, there's always a however in these stories, There's no curse without a blessing written on the other side. There's no blessing without a curse written on the other side. In our beautiful climate, where the coldest recorded temperature ever was 72 degrees, in our beautiful warm climate where our major export crop was dates, there were, well, here's the fly in this ointment. There were mosquitoes. There were big mosquitoes. There were mosquitoes like you have never seen before. There were mosquitoes the size of pigeons. There were mosquitoes the size of geese. Ouch. You think they're bad now. They were called the vampire mosquitoes. Once the sun went down, you had to be indoors or else. It was not at all uncommon to get up in the morning, and you'd get up and you'd have a cup of tea and, you'd put on your oh no, well, it was pagan times and it was always warm, so you wouldn't have to bother putting on the bathrobe. You'd just toddle downstairs, sky-clad, and go open the door to get the morning paper. And there, on the porch, with the desiccated finger bones, grabbing at the threshold of your door, but not able to ring the doorbell in time, alas, you would find the corpse of someone who had been attacked by the killer mosquitoes before they could manage to ring the doorbell. The corpse sucked entirely dry of blood. Oh, it was terrible. Well, this sort of thing can't go on, so they tried everything. They tried pesticides. They tried psychic power. They bombed them. They poisoned them. They chanted. Nothing helped. The mosquitoes just got worse and worse every year. So, what normally happens when there's a terrible situation and nothing seems to help? Of course, everybody gets all religious, right? So, the Christians all went and prayed for the mosquitoes to go away. Our Father who art in heaven. That didn't help. Well, the Muslims all went to the mosques and, prayed to Allah. It's sort of, Allahu Akbar, Muhammad Rasul. That didn't do any good. The Jews went to the synagogues, Shema, Yisrael, and that didn't do any good. So the pagans figured they'd give it a try. So the Dianics all met in Powderhorn Park, Isis, Astarte, Diana. That didn't do any good. The Gardnerians got together in some state park or something and, summoned, stirred, and pointed knives. That didn't do any good. The eclectics all got together and, they invoked Coyote and Poseidon and Kali and Tlazolteotl. Well, that really didn't do it. The Minnesota Church of Wicca and the Wiccan Church of Minnesota had a big fight, about who got to have the ritual at the Playwright Center. It was, people are still mad at each other because of that feud. But, that didn't do any good either. So finally, they had exhausted even the last religious option. They had prayed to every deity known to humanity, and none of it did any good. Well, maybe there was one.